Today we're going to be talking about why regular camping should be a part of your family's homesteading plan. Now, you might be saying, camping isn't necessarily a staple of the homesteading lifestyle, is it? Well, I'm going to tell you why it might actually be more important than you think. How's it going, guys? And welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk. My name is Chad, and this is The Hopeful Homestead. In this series of videos, I like to sit out here in my little tiny cabin on wheels that I like to take my family camping in, here at our little campsite that I built here on our family's 21-acre property that we're calling the Hopeful Homestead. Camping and the whole lifestyle of being outside, being on your land, and enjoying what God's created for you as this beautiful empty canvas of things you're going to be able to do, stuff you're going to be able to build, memories you're going to be able to make. And to me, camping is an essential part of being able to, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your kids, for the sake of you as a man, being able to connect with your land. If you're homesteading, whether it's a couple of acres or a couple hundred acres, taking your family out and spending time camping together on your land has a lot of value because it teaches your kids the emphasis and the importance of your land, of the respect your land demands from you. And when there's no fancy modern distractions, you can all sit by the fire together, cuddle up in your cabin together, do whatever you want. Even if you're tent camping, you enjoy your land and the beauty of the scenery, the beauty of why you decided to buy it, why you are deciding to live there. You can experience all that in a truly unfiltered way. And by camping, that makes your family have a greater appreciation for the place that you're going to call home. And once you have a home there, once you're living there, once you've set up a homestead and you're doing the whole homesteading life, taking a break from all that to be able to reconnect with your land, reconnect with the place that you call home, being able to take your family out onto your property and sleep under the stars. And, if you've got a little cabin like this, be able to, you can move it around the property or whatever and really enjoy your land and then just enjoy the ability to experience it in various different ways by camping. For me, I know when we excavated our pond in the back here, we've got a 1-acre pond that we were excavated to be able to use dirt to build up the driveway and other foundation sites up there. And all the excess dirt from that pond, we built a giant little mountain that's 40 feet or so in the air, and it's this pretty big pile of dirt that I'm going to plant trees all over that thing. I've had the excavators actually level out the top of that, so I'm going to make that a little campsite, a little tent camping campsite that will have a little fire ring, a couple of little log benches up there maybe. Put a bunch of pine trees. I'm going to put some maple trees and all kinds of stuff up there to make it really beautiful so that over time it becomes this little miniature personal mountain. And I'm going to have this little campsite up there that in the wintertime, it's South Florida here, it's hot most of the time, but in the winter when it's chilly and you're 40 feet elevated in the air with wind blowing through, it's going to be cold up there. And what a nice little fun, just awesome way to enjoy camping by being able to have that mindset of camping and being outdoors and enjoying your property from a perspective of just for the sake of doing it, not because you're just trying. A lot of people think of homesteading as just purely off of what the land can give you to be able to supply your family and friends and whatnot with food and essential needs to be able to live off your land. And that is obviously the main purpose. But to me, the connection you have to God, to your Creator, to the love of your land and the place that you call home can be emboldened by experiencing it by going out and camping with your family. And honestly, as a man, as a husband and a father, as a man, if you're especially a man of faith in this world, sometimes, even Jesus did this. He would go off into the wilderness and fast and pray for 40 days by himself. There's something to be said for just disconnecting from everything and unplugging and just literally living in silence for a little bit. Maybe actually fasting and really getting a new focus on life. And what better way to do that than to go camping? So I think there's a lot of underestimated uses for camping, both as a man on a solo level and then also for your family's sake as well. And that's why I wanted to make this little video today to just remind people, if you're thinking about starting a homestead, if you are homesteaders and you're living off your land, don't forget about how important good old-fashioned camping can be and how you can utilize your own land for that. You don't have to go off to all kinds of crazy places. Yeah, it's fun to go to Yellowstone and go to Grand Tetons and all this different stuff and go camping in exotic places like that. That's fun and dandy, and that's great to do too. I have no problem with that. But there's something to be said about going out and camping on your own property when you could be sleeping in your comfy bed, a couple of acres away, there's something to be said about going out and reconnecting with your land and reconnecting with the place you call home in a totally raw and different way. I think that's going to do it for today's video. Just wanted to make a quick one real quick. Thanks for watching all the way through if you did. Again, my name is Chad. This is The Hopeful Homestead, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Later.